back with another episode of the Watch and Cut channel. Welcome back, guys. I'm your host, Alex, and today we're gonna check out a knife that was sent to me from an Amazon store knife producer. This is a budget line. I don't really collect a lot of these things, but this company was nice enough to reach out, send me a knife to be able to keep, and I thought we'd take a look at it and check it out. So what's cool about this one is the packaging comes in this kind of faux carbon fiber pouch, zipper pouch. It's got little pockets in there. You get a microfiber cloth, which is really nice to wipe off your smudges. And then you get your knife right here, which is pretty damn cool. So this is the Lothar Lich King. I hope I'm saying that right. And that actually is named after a World of Warcraft character, which is the Master and Lord of the Scourge. So yeah, that's the name and kind of the theme here. You got all your information here in this little package from the manufacturer, giving you all kinds of different interpretations. I think that's German, if I remember right. And then you have all of it in English here to be caution, maintenance, cleaning, sharpening, lifetime validity warranty. So covered 2 years manufacturer's warranty. It's a little different than lifetime. I don't know. But anyways, you get that. And you get a breakdown tool, which is pretty damn neat. So you can take this guy apart with this tool right here. Not sure if you got, yeah, it looks like you got two different sizes. Your pivot's going to be right up here, and this is going to be your scale screws for the knife. So I'm going to be honest, you know, these budget knives are really not what I usually collect, but I've got to say I've spent significant amount of time, actually a few months with this thing, and I am, for lack of better words, impressed. It is so damn smooth. It's got some really nice specs, and it's actually pretty damn good looking. I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty cool for a knife. It does cut really well because it's pretty thinly ground. It's fairly thin behind the edge, and it is a recurve tanto, and it gives you that little additional point right here to kind of slice into things. Kind of a spear point hybrid, if you will, bit drop point-esque with a kind of modified tanto recurve, just a little bit of everything. You got your kind of thumb hole deployment with a little fuller added right here. I think the styling's pretty good. I've seen this kind of styling on other stuff before, so it's not like groundbreaking or revolutionary, but it does look good, and it is functional, which is utmost important. You can kind of see the two different grinds here. You got that little line right there kind of giving you the two different thicknesses pronounced. So yeah, it is actually really sharp right out of the box. This guy will, I think, pop some hairs. A little bit. You see a few little curly hairs there. Curly, not crotch hair.
That's what she said.
I didn't say that. So now, as far as the specs on this thing, I think that's kind of a sweet spot too. So your overall length, you got 8.2 inches in the whole length here. Also with the weight, you're a little bit more substantial at 6.2 ounces. But that would probably be due to the fact that this knife is completely constructed out of stainless steel. This is not your typical titanium, lightweight, you know, type deal. This is stainless steel. Now, it is a very cheap material to use, but don't discount stainless steel because it's very tough. It's a more actually dent and scratch resistant than titanium is by a long shot. But it's a bit heavier, and depending on what kind of steel they use, which they don't really disclose, it can be even you know, pretty damn stainless as well. So they have these nice polished liners here. You got more of a satin finish on the bolsters, which these are definitely separate piece bolsters that are bolted on with extra screws right here. The pocket clip as well is kind of a nice design. Works really well. You got a nice ramp to kind of get things going, and it carries, you know, plenty deep enough. For you lanyard guys, it actually comes with a skull lanyard. I took it off because I don't carry my knives that way, but kind of a cool thing, I guess, if you're into that sort of thing. I'm kind of not, so... and then you got these scales, which kind of have all been milled out in this nice kind of pattern to give you some depth to the knife. And these are made out of black G10, which I'm assuming the back spacer is all the same as well. Looks like black G10 as well. It's nicely machined. You got extra traction for the rear right here, which is a bit good for traction, although honestly that's kind of marginal. And then you got a bit of a thumb ramp right up here in the front, so when you hold this knife down, you got a nice comfortable kind of purchase on it, which is good. You can definitely make some nice cuts with it. As far as the deployment's concerned, you got two forms of deployment. You have your typical flipper right here. It's pretty comfortable. It works really well. And you also have a very small thumb hole, which you can use it if you want. It's not easy. You got to kind of jam your meat finger in there, the meat of your finger, I should say. But it does work. So if you're decent spidey flicker, you got that going for yourself. Another thing, it does have the liner, which is kind of protruding out, which I actually like because it gives you easy access to disengage the lock. It is liner lock construction, as you can see right here. You got a little bit of reliefing and a little bit of reliefing for the lock itself right there. So I find that the liner lock is really actually well positioned and comfortable. It's all kind of polished stainless steel, so there's no sharp edges that dig into your fingers. And then for a little bit of extra sass, to me it looks like anodized aluminum, which is what I initially thought, but they advertise this as brass. So I guess it's brass. I don't know. On the inside, you do have a ball bearing system, which are caged in brass housing bearings. So your action, I mean, I'm going to say is butter smooth. The centering is good. It's pretty much dead on, so no complaints there. This is a pretty damn good little knife, guys. Blade thickness, depending on where you measure it, you got 0.13 inches thick, and the blade is made of D2 steel, so it's not that typical, you know, I don't know, 14C28N would have been nice too, because it's more cutlery, but this is D2 at 62 HRC. Now 62 HRC is a good number, but for D2 that's pretty standard of what you're going to see. It's a tool steel and it kind of runs at that range most of the time. So it's good, it's impressive-ish, but it's not, you know, unheard of for D2 steel. So that's good right there. Let me see, what else we got. That's pretty much it when it comes to this guy. So now to the price. It is $35 on Amazon. I think that's a killer deal. If you're just looking for a knife to throw in the car, or perhaps maybe you're not looking to spend like $100 or $1,000 on a knife, you're just looking for a good cutting tool. I mean, it's got a sharpening choil. It's got really all the luxuries you're gonna want in a knife. I mean, at $35 with the tool, a little, you know, smooth napkin right there and everything and all the accessories that comes with it, it's kind of hard to beat, to be quite honest with you. So I actually think this is a really good buy. So I really appreciate Lothar Knives for sending this guy along for me to check out. If you guys are interested, also check out the different finishes this guy comes in. You can get it in a stonewash version, like this one right here, or you can be even more tactical and get this all blacked out one right here. So those are kind of like little variations. They make plenty of other knives. They make fixed blades. So if you're interested in kind of the budget realm of things and you're not looking for the typical Civivi, this could be a great option for you. So yeah, the Lothar Leech King, the master and lord of the scourge. Yeah, this thing is yeah, it's got some attitude. So anyways, hope you guys liked the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Let's give a big thanks to Lothar Knives for producing this really cool knife, for letting me get in to check it out and keep it. And I really appreciate you guys all watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell icon so you know when new content comes out and about. And this is Alex from the Watch and Cut channel.